Well, the swing seat of Warwickshire North is Labour's #1 target seat, and one in which another debate over High Speed 2 is raging. Patrick Burns is our Midlands political editor and is in Coleshill in the constituency. Patrick, tell us more.
Yes, it's a very knife-edge constituency, this one, with a Conservative majority of, would you believe, just 54. And Dan Biles, the outgoing Conservative MP, he is actually standing down this time. He's been an inveterate opponent of high-speed rail throughout much of this Parliament. I'm at Coleshill's Parkway station, which is apparently less than a mile away from the proposed route of high-speed rail, and going into this election, both Labour and the Conservative candidates will be fighting it, have also said that they would oppose it. Well, I'm joined here by Patrick Twist from the Greater Birmingham and Solihull Chamber of Commerce, and by Joe Rukin, who, as you can see, is a leading campaigner against high-speed rail. How do you see this, Joe, playing into the election campaign, which is surely going to be dominated by other issues, isn't it, rather than high-speed rail, the economy, health, so on?
Well, in this constituency and many others up and down the HS2 route, HS2 is going to be a massive thing in the election. Obviously, you're going to have politicians from all parties saying that they're against HS2 in the constituencies that are affected by it, but the reality is that many people in the public have seen through that, and they're looking to, say, the Green Party or UKIP, who have national policy against HS2. And it could be a big changer, especially in a constituency like this with only 54 majority, in how the constituency turns out at the election.
And isn't that the reality of this, Patrick, that however much the big cities may want high-speed rail, given the sheer number of constituencies and the intensity of the issue along the line, that argument will drown you out?
I think the reality is that what people are looking for is an improvement in their personal circumstances, and that's going to come from an improvement in the economy. And we've got to look to the long-term future to ensure that we get that improvement. And for this area, for Birmingham and the West Midlands, it is going to be at the centre of the new railway. There's been plenty of studies showing that there's going to be an enormous improvement in jobs, in connectivity, in the ability of this region to generate economic growth. And I expect that to weigh heavily.
And briefly, the issue now, it's going to be built, isn't it? So everybody's just concerned really about compensation rather than whether or not to do it.
No, absolutely not. The idea is it's about choice, and people will choose that they don't want to spend £50 billion on something that is only ever going to benefit the rich and only going to drag jobs and investment down to London while cuts are made elsewhere.